क्या हो गया?
Good evening, Father Benjamin.
Yes, good evening, good evening. Good evening.
Shall we start, Father?
Yeah, sir is there? Sir Bernard?
I think his sir has not joined still. Good evening, Father Benjamin.
Okay, you start. Stephen, you can start.
Evening, sir. Am I audible?
Sure, Father.
Good evening. Am I audible? Can someone please respond so that we can
Sundar, you can start.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can start.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening and a warm welcome to you all. I, Vasundhara, take this opportunity to welcome you all to the state-level webinar on AICUF history organized by AICUF Karnataka. Few general instructions before we start with the session. All the participants are requested to keep their audios and videos on mute. Let us begin the webinar by seeking the blessings of the Lord. To begin with, I now request Ms. Priscilla to lead us in prayer.
Almighty God, thank you for the beauty and majesty we see in your creation. Thank you for the opportunity to care for the world you have made. We ask that your blessing would rest on us, that you would give us great vision and enthusiasm for our work. Please bless us, the effort of your hands and bonds between us and the influence of our work in this location and beyond. Lord, as we plan and share together now, may you guide us by your Holy Spirit and lead us into all truth. In the Almighty name, amen.
Thank you, Priscilla. I now request Augustine to welcome everyone.
Therefore, welcome one another as Christ has welcomed you for the glory of God. Romans chapter 15, verse 7. Good evening to one and all. I welcome you all to this webinar hosted by AICUF Karnataka. The topic of this webinar is AICUF history. The main purpose of it is to enrich our knowledge about AICUF. To make us understand the history of AICUF, we have our guest speakers. Father Benjamin, National Advisor of AICUF, and Mr. Bernard Desami, an experienced person in AICUF. A warm welcome to all the participants and viewers. Your presence makes us very happy. May the Holy Spirit guide us and may this meeting be fruitful and enlightened.
Thank you, Augustine. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our first guest speaker, Father Benjamin. Father is a national advisor for AICUF, former house director. Father has worked as the principal at St. Xavier's School, worked among the youth, poor, and the tribals. Father holds a doctorate degree in sociology, member of Peace and Justice Forum in Tamil Nadu, IMCS chaplain commission member. I once again welcome you, Father Benjamin. Over to you.
Could you please allow me to share the screen?
Yeah, please allow Sneha to share. Okay. Good evening to all of you. Am I audible?
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father, you're audible.
Okay. First of all, at the outset, I thank and congratulate all of you, the state advisor, Father Maxim, and all the team from Karnataka, Priscilla, Stephen, and all of you for organizing this webinar at the right time as we are beginning in a way after a lockdown. Things seems to be better and hope it will certainly give us a new hope, new enthusiasm to begin our AICUP activities for the betterment of the youth students and also to the society. Today, as we are here in a way, the topic that 100 years of AICUP history, I am not going to deal mostly in terms of history as such. I will just mention a few things, the initial stage, and after that, of course, I will give just a kind of how it began, the movement, and what we need today, where we need to go forward as we are marching towards the centenary. Then, of course, Dr. Bernard Desami, who is an expert in our AICUP movement, who has been with us, and he will certainly enlighten us from a historical perspective and also give us a kind of enlightenment to go forward certain guidelines. Sneha, are you ready?
It's the other account, Sneha Maria Matthew, National Full-Timer. Could you please allow that account?
Yeah, please, co-host.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the things that I was thrilled these days as I interact with some of the youngsters, when I ask sometime what is the speciality of January 26th in Indian history, many of them unfortunately don't know. So also when we say we are all AICUFers, do you know what is AICUF? I don't know whether with this, some of them even aware of this All India Catholic University Federation. So whether this Catholic has something unique or something special that you can discover over the talk as well as later in your own studies as well as you group discuss and so on. So therefore, when we talk of AICUF history, when we began with the year 1924, already before 1924, that is Christian Youth Movement, a guild that's originally it was Catholic Young Men's Guild. But even before that, already there was, Catholic Workers Union. There was already existing based on certain principles of gospel values. It is from there Father Karthi draws this inspiration and he takes it for the student community at that time, of course, in the southern part, Trichy St. Joseph's College. And so he is using that some of this principle of see, judge and act. That is the kind of principle in which they start. So initially it was more of groups coming together for a particular purpose. And then that's how Christian students were encouraged to come together, discuss on issues, work on it. Of course, more on the bringing them together, keeping them together, making them discuss, making them study, and some of these activities they were doing. So one of the major motto of that time, as over the years, from the initial stage, was doing truth in charity. And why I am saying this as a motto at that time, this is the doing truth, that in being truthful and acting in truth is what Jesus stood for. Therefore, Jesus is not a person of a particular religion. He is beyond religion, beyond boundaries. That is one of the things the AICUF as a movement has taken. Therefore, Jesus being the model for us and his teachings, that is the gospel values, standing for truth. That is also, how do you stand? Also, you can do charity works. And then for that, you need to build character. Character formation also part of AICUF movement. We may make mistakes, we may do all, but then that's how we learn. The young students are the focus. They, as young people coming together, they stand for all these issues and also they form themselves as a strong citizens and strong human beings. And that movement slowly moved, 1928, there was already Malabar Christian Youth League in Kerala. There were also other parts of other southern states. So they were all coming together in 1930 as a Catholic Young Men Federation. I'm using the word federation because that is also because India got independence in 1947. And then after which we have organized the states, various states, and then central government and the state governments. Therefore, a federal structure comes in. But this federality already exists in us, among us AICUFers, different states. Then there is a national center, national AICUF, but then we work as a federal structure. There is independent, there is autonomy to the states, and yet we are also united to the state national center, working as one unit with certain freedom and autonomy. Therefore, this federation comes from us as AICUF has contributed to in a way to our own way of life in this. Then by the time 1937, over the years, it grew from the southern states, this movement started spreading, and that's how in Kerala and then Andhra and Karnataka, and of course Tamil Nadu, various colleges, they were having different types of units and they all come together as a Catholic. That's why South Indian Catholic University Federation came in 1937. And that is why overall that only it takes up to 1948 only the name changes into All India Catholic University Federation with the advent of Father Sirac into the movement. AICUF movement, when he takes over, he already has a based certain network with other parts of India, and then he builds this, he brings it to the movement that we can work together as a whole nation. The students in our colleges, in our units, we can form them. Through them, we can achieve something for the betterment of the society. That is doing the truth in charity. That's how the AICUF comes. The AICUF name comes in 1948, but the base is from 1924. That's why 2024 will be our centenary year. But now, therefore, this motto, how do they achieve? Therefore, next, they base 3 activities initially to achieve the motto, what is called doing the truth in charity, and also to build character formation. Initially, what the fathers organized along with the professors and other thinking intellectuals, they form study clubs, that is reading, fact-finding, sharing of information, all therefore coming together, not just for gossiping or chatting or anything, but with a purpose, with an agenda. They come with a certain clear goal, and that's how study any serious kind of thing with the, because independent movement was going on in the country, and there are other political and social thinking that is going on outside, and therefore students must be part of it in connecting themselves to these kind of issues. Therefore, read newspaper, read books, read materials, and find facts and share that information to others. How do you share? That is how Rally magazine, news magazine is also coming along with the very first, they started this. Of course, at that time, the Rally magazine is known as the King's Rally. And then that's how whatever their ideas, their opinions, their views, whatever their findings, that was shared and disseminated through this Rally magazine. There is a second way of working their activities. And the third was they were involved in extension of their works. How do they extend their works? Charity works, it can be social work, it can be caring for the sick, visiting, all that. They were doing it not only in their own colleges, but expanding to other states, expanding to other areas. That's why expansion was part of that initial stage. That's from Trichy, it goes on spreading to other states, other parts of India. Therefore, a lot of units, AICUF units were opened, a lot of youngsters come into that. Therefore, a lot of things they were going on, and they're getting the support all over. The next, therefore, what is that study clubs were meant for? The study clubs mainly to inculcate the habits of reading, not only just protesting outside. Even today, when we go out to protest for something, you must know what you are protesting. What is the issue? What are the causes? Without knowing, just everybody, we should not follow the crowd, but you should be able to know what it is. What are the causes? Therefore, that's why they inculcated from the very beginning. The students were asked, the AICUFers knew what exactly they stand for. They read the lot of things, habit, that is reading habits. And then they also made the students think critically. Why such a thing happens? What are the possible reasons or causes for that? And then to promote the study of social questions and social issues. At that time, of course, independence, and also the other issue, caste issues, untouchability issues, there was within the church, all these were taken up and they were studied, they were analyzed, and then they were finding means, actions. And then, of course, the study clubs also to develop confidence level. There were students who used to come very shy. They say some of them expressed very shy. They were not able to come. But once they join in this AICUF group movement, through the AICUF activities, through AICUF programs, they build their confidence. They become very confident in their own personality development, also increased it. And besides, of course, there are other reasons like catechism, strengthening faith, were also part of that study clubs, groups. And then the next, therefore, the next activity they were taking is rally, as I said, that is to give concrete shape to the creative thoughts and ideas through our pens. With the students, you are the students. Students' strength is in our pen. And then today, of course, computer and all these laptops, all this. But then this pen is mightier than sword, as we say. The pen has to speak. That's how rally was born. So rally is a medium where the students express their views, opinions on the selected topics and themes, and also share their activities and plans and programs through these magazines. So others come to know, they get inspired, then the news spreads. And initially, as I said already, initially it was known as the King's Rally. This became the official organ of this federation, what we call the AICUF, and it exists even today as the rally. And therefore, I also, at this moment itself, I appeal to all the youngsters, students, please use your mind. Not only we are bogged down with the social media with just typing, but express it in pen. Only then you become stronger in your thinking, in your articulation, in your imaginative power. All this, you will be more equipped with all this. Only start writing. Let your ideas become words, and that words be expressed in writing. So I will appeal that many of you can write to the articles, to our rally, because your articles become original. And to write article, you need to read books, you need to find facts, then you will come up with your own ideas and opinions, and you can express it. Then the third activity they took up was extension work. As I said, extension is geographical extension and also thematic extension. Geographical extension, in the initial stage, they took it, from Catholic Young Men's Guild, then Malabar Youth Christian League, then it became Catholic Young Men's Federation, then later, as we know, AICUF, then it came into AICUF. That's how it's stage by stage, it expanded. Different groups in other states joined together and become a federation. We are a federal structure as in our country. Therefore, this federalism needs to be understood, and this needs to be even today much more deeper study needed, so that we can defend this federalism, a secularism as we call it. Only then, just saying is different, but we must understand both academically, intellectually, then we must concretely, we can take actions accordingly. The thematic extension also, what this is called, even 1928 itself, the AICUF movement started talking of issue of girls. Today we are talking of equal opportunity for girls, but the AICUF movement, this movement already talked why it was called a Catholic Young Men's Guild. Originally a Catholic Young Men's Guild, Malabar Youth Christian League. That's how. Then what happens to the Young Girls Guild? So they questioned. Many AICUFers made this issue, and therefore they discussed, they come out. That's how All India Catholic University Federation is for both boys and girls, all men of goodwill into that, all the students. And therefore they were already touching some of this issue of untouchability, caste in the church. All this movement already took up some of these issues. They discussed, they published, they took the matter even to the church. That's why some places the church was even banning the AICUF movement, because at that moment, because of some of these very concrete, truthful, and yet radical objective activities which led them. Therefore, our movement has been growing with certain particular and concrete agenda. Therefore, that's why I am saying today, what is the need of the hour for us? So the AICUF, the name got 1948, till then, that how it grew, that's what I am. Therefore, today we need to go back to what I experience as a national advisor now, and I am sensing today, when I ask even some youngster, what is AICUF? They think somehow it is maybe another club, maybe another to get a credit in the college. Some of them think that way, and some of them don't even, maybe it is not their fault. We need to be, as AICUFers, need to understand our own origin. That's why we need to go back to the roots. Maybe sir will explain to you how go back to the campus to the university, and so on, those kind of things sir will explain to you. But today what I am interested is that we need to go back to the roots. How do we go back? We need to undertake serious study, reading habits, reflection, analysis. Research and training is one of the need of the hour among us youngsters, and particularly the AICUFers need to take. When any issue, when we take up, that issue need to be studied so that we become a kind of knowledge. We become we know at least some truth on that topic, so that anybody asks, we are able to explain to them, we can boldly say, yes, this is what we have learned. This is what we have found. These are the facts. Without that, when we go onto the streets, even for any protest, everybody, if someone asks you, why are you standing? What is your, then we will become a fool, because we are supposed to be privileged. University students, we are privileged people. As privileged members, we should have certain method and the means. We should explain that one. We should as a what are the causes by which we stand as worthy students, and for that we need to have this serious study is a need of any topic today. Anything today, there is a reservation, there's a democracy is in danger. But how is it so? What are the indications that we make this statement, democracy in danger? We should know what are they. Therefore, we need to make a study out of, then only we can make concrete steps. Then on issues concerning society, it can be local and national, that would lead us to initiate appropriate steps in the coming years as students' moment. So that even if we take this serious study and take serious publications, surely that will have an impact to the next generation, those who come behind us. They will take action based on these things. So we need to get into this as we march towards the centenary, so that we can give a new orientation, a new direction to the whole movement as the time demands from us. Therefore, I like to say AICUF is a movement of university students. As we know, it is student centrality is important, because students are the next leaders, we say, but how do these leaders don't know what the topic they are talking about, what are the issues they are talking about, what are the causes for the problems, what are the possible solutions we need to make. Therefore, we are invited to become critical. That means analytical mind, find root causes, then be creative and imaginative and innovate, because youngsters are very innovative today. You know, with the mobile, all the technology, digital, I am sure youngsters are very fast. But these innovations, this creative imagination needs to be connected to the social situation where we are, social condition in which we are. Then only our technology becomes useful for the society. We become truly agents of social transformation. Therefore, we need to become constructive and positive in our approach. And that's why I put these three: critical students, creative students, and constructive students. As AICUFers, we can make an impact, and we can certainly play a small role in bringing transformation to the society in which we are. Therefore, we are called to be thinkers and doers for the benefit of the society, not merely just AICUF as a club activity or a program. That is not our motto. So this is what I'd like to say. And I invite all of us. Therefore, when we need and reflect and become critical thinkers and act according to the principles and values of the gospel, then surely Jesus Christ becomes the model. Jesus Christ, when we say, is not just a mere one religion, is beyond religion, beyond boundary, beyond cultures, is the universal model. Therefore, because he stood for the truth and charity, that's why our motto is doing truth. It means establishing truth wherever we are. So we can truly and boldly then say and act as our AICUF declaration tells, Punamali declaration. We were born in an unjust society, but we are determined not to leave it as we have found it. Then only we can say this, because we need to be creative, we need to be critical, we need to be constructive. Then of course, we can also say, as during the pandemic, the Italian people found out a small mantra for themselves, Andra tutto bene. That means everything will be all right, but we need to be positive. So because Italy was one of the most affected during the pandemic in the first wave. And so that to keep the people united, to keep the people hope, they found this way of saying, Andra tutto bene, everything will be all right, be positive, giving hope to the people, to one another, each other, neighbors, giving each other, Andra tutto bene, everything will be, don't worry, don't worry. That is how they were giving, consoling each other, giving hope to each other. Therefore, as AICUFers, we are the real hope to the future. We are the true backbone of the society. Therefore, I appeal all the ICUFers, let us enter into the spirit of ICUF, know what is ICUF, how it has grown, what are the spirit with which the ICUFers have done great things. Some of the ICUFers have done great, wonderful things. They have made an impact in the transforming the society in their own way. In many parts of the country, the ICUFers have played a role in transforming small level, small groups to a betterment. Therefore, that is what I appeal to you. And with this, I end, and I am sure the further historically, sir will explain to you. In case any doubt, you can ask later. Thank you.
Thank you, Father Benjamin, for sharing your insights. I now welcome our next speaker, Dr. Bernard D. Salmon. So, are you there?
Hello, Sandra.
Dr. Bernard?
Yeah, just for 5 minutes, the sir is not able to log in.
Okay. In case anybody asks question that in the meantime.
Good evening, dear friends. I think there is a time now till Bernard sir comes in. We can ask any clarification and questions. Meanwhile, Father Benjamin.
Yes.
Maybe you can share some thoughts on our program that we would be planning to have for the centenary year, if Bernard sir is not touching upon that.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the, of course, I am not exactly giving the entire, because we are still in the planning. The advisors are going to meet coming month, and we will also plan with the other ex-ICUFers and also different, because now ICUF offline not yet began. So once we get into the offline, we will get more ideas and opinions from the students as well. But as of now, what we are intending to do something is, because ICUF began its first birth, it took place in St. Joseph's College, Trichy, which is a well-known college. And so either we begin our Jubilee year there or end there. That is one of the idea. In the meantime, it is from there, the entire year we will have various programs based on according to the suggestions that will come from various states. And also, in case we have something called any constitutional amendments we need, that also you need to study the constitution. It is only during this kind of conventions we can make amendments to the ICUF constitution. As of now, therefore, there is a lot of work to be done by the states. Each state have to make their own study. In case they propose any amendments to be done in the constitution, they have to come with their suggestions. That will also be taken during the year according to their own state councils. Then there will be some program what we call at the national level as a combining all the states. Then also zonal level. We plan to have one in the northern part, as we call AICUF Ashram in Popali we have. Therefore, some of the states together, we will have a program there. Some of the states will have in the southern part of India. Then one common program will be at the end to conclude the centenary. So there are program, both academical programs, some more will be also kind of typical program, like without not much of a competition, but it's more of expressing their views, both their creative ideas, imaginative thinking. That way we'll arrange some of these programs in the coming days. We will certainly, once we get into that, then we will disseminate all the program list, everything to all the states through the advisors and the full-timers, and of course through the national team members. So certainly it will be given, but we are still in the thinking level, because there are two other important things. One is we need finance. we need program to run, then you need also a kind of at least 2 or 3 years of persons who will continue. Otherwise, suppose your full-timer comes now and by 6 months or 1 year he goes away, another one comes, so that it will be a problem also to continue the certain programs. So we need also to take up some of these with some permanency, at least continuity of especially the full-timers, the animators in each state as well as at the national level. Once we get that, we will start the programs. By 2023, we will start the program, and 2024 it ends. With that, we are planning that way.
Thank you, Father. Is Bernard sir ready now?
I sent the link to him also. So Bernard sir is there?
Who was coordinating there? Stephen with Bernard sir?
Sir, past 20 minutes, sir is not able to log in the meeting, sir.
You send the link, maybe.
Yeah, we shared the link before the meeting itself. Now also we shared it twice, but sir is not able to log in.
Maybe what is the problem, you ask him?
Yeah, I shared even my coordinator spoken with sir, but sir is asking that signing meetings. But it's last 20 minutes, sir is not able to.
This number. என்ன ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கா? அப்படிதான் திரும்ப அந்த இது என்ன சொல்லுவோம், வாட்ஸ்அப் இதை நேரா கனெக்ட் பண்ணுங்களேன் இதுல உங்க லேப்டாப்ல. ஓஹோ, இல்ல சைன்இன் போட்டு அந்த கூகுள்ல இது பண்ணி கூகுள்ல கீழே இருக்கும்ல அதை இது பண்ணுங்க. அப்படியா? ஆமா நீங்க எக்ஸ்பர்ட். எனக்கு வந்துச்சு அந்த சைன், அந்த கீழே கூகுள்ல போட்டோம், அப்புறம் அது பண்ணுச்சு. Yeah, just wait it. I think you will get.
Okay. Meanwhile, dear students, since there is little time, I just want to pick up on 2-3 things that Father Benjamin shared. And one of the very important thing is that about writing small articles for rally. He has been requesting time and again for a long time that we students take part in the Rally magazine and contribute our articles. And there are lots of issues that are going on these days. So I feel that you should take initiative at least from various units, at least one article a year, from a different unit from Karnataka should come. I'm sure others also are participating outside Karnataka here for us to have a background of AICUF. So that is one of the things that I want you to pick up from what Father Benjamin has shared. The second one is about the webinars that we are going to have. We did not have for a long time because a lot of confusion and so on. I would like to have very regular webinars, but very relevant themes that you would like to have. Okay, in the sense, you suggest the themes to me or to the state AICUF here. We will organize, we'll find out the resource persons and so on. And I'm very happy to see today's good number. Now 85 of you are, 85 of us are here. I think that is a reasonably good number. And these videos are also available in the YouTube so that we have a lot of information on the subject that we discuss. So you can also send me the areas and themes for webinars so we can organize based on that. So these are the two things that I want to just pick up from what Father Benjamin has shared. Is Sir Bernard is ready now?
No, sir, still not yet.
Okay, okay.
Is it your Zoom only 100 participants?
No, sir.
No. It's more than that.
Yeah, more than 300, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's why, because there are some more, even there are some more fellow whom I know, they are not allowed to get in, or they are not, maybe the one who hosts, please just check, admit.
Sure.
But YouTube we cannot give, no? YouTube, he says he's seeing YouTube, but he's not
Yeah.
able to.
No, YouTube can see, sir.
No, he can see, but he cannot give to.
Yes, sir. It's a live recording, so it will be.
So I don't know what is the problem.
Meanwhile, dear students, if you have anything to share about
ask
your
question you
units,
can do.
as well as any ideas, any plans for the AICUF.
Sir, YouTube.
You can unmute and share. Any animators, anything to be, any points to be discussed or put forward? You can also share some of the activities of your unit till sir comes in.
Okay.
May I share some of the experiences?
Yes, yes, please. Yes, come in.
Yes, this
Yes.
is Horen Hasta from Dumka, professor, English professor. Also, AICUF, he was my AICUFer with me, worked with me. I think he has joined.
Thank you, Father. Yes, I have been grown up in Santal Pargana. This may be a new place for most of them because this is again a unique place because it is meant for especially one tribe, that is Santal. Now, of course, majorities are Santals, but there are so many others also. So probably in our state, because we are in Jharkhand now, so Santal Pargana was the one. Yes, it was declared a Santal Pargana, very unique land, and from still we name as yes, Santal Pargana. Now, Dumka is the state named in AICUF, and here my experience is from 2005, 2004-5. I have been in AICUF, All India Catholic University Federation, and then with the collaboration of the other students, because it was unique to have a good experience in AICUF, because it was not only for the Catholic students but also for the students those who were not Catholic, and that is why under AYCM, Adivasi Yuva Chetna Manch, there was another group, that another name under the AICUF we were. So AICUF of Dumka unit, this was very active because I just saw the history that AICUF of Dumka, the seniors, my seniors, they were really hardworking, and they did very well in their life, and they are settled. Every one of them are settled in their life, and they say that whatever they found in their life, whatever the values they found in their life, it was due to AICUF, that AICUF gave them the platform, the platform of emerging themselves, that hidden qualities that they had. And that's why we had from 2005 onwards, I remember that our seniors, they used to tell us their experiences, and this is what they influenced us, the impact that they have given us through their life. It was so benefited. And of course, Father Jisu Benji was our director, and really he worked hard. And those days, because it was not only in the mission schools, and later when Father was in one of the places in Dumka, that is Johar Human Resource Center, from there we developed to connect students from different government hostels, and these government hostels, now they replied very well, because they were looking for especially the guidance. They were just living inside the hostels. They never came out for any activities, or they were aware of, but the students, many students, they come to study in the colleges, and junior students, they are afraid of the seniors, and thus there might occur so many other problems. But AICUF gave lots of opportunities, and I would just refer certain ideas that that the students were not only from mission schools or Catholics. They were not only Catholics. Many came out, those who were not Catholics. And it was a good symbol that the students, they came, they were aware of their realities. Of course, the identity they had, they shared. We had almost weekly meetings. It was probably now monthly meeting we are speaking of, but weekly meetings. And the students, those who are studying the colleges, they are in our localities. There were so many colleges, and of course, it was run under same university, and all of them, they gather in one place, they discuss their problems, and then they come out with the conclusion, such as some of them find difficulties in mathematics, those who take maths. Some of them find difficulties in science, especially in physics and chemistry, and even, of course, this area is the background of this area is not facilitated.
Sir, you're audible. You can go ahead.
Father was calling me.
Oh,
okay. Yes. And because of that, we started for them to help the students, especially because in the government colleges they don't teach regularly, and even if they teach also, it would be not regular, and that is why students may not rely on government colleges, and that is why we started coaching. Of course, many of them found that especially the language problem they had, and that is why the spoken classes we started, and thus so many students came out, and they learned, and they were benefited from in their career. And of course, this is the inspiration that we got from the motto of this AICUF, and it was for eye opener for many more, because many came from village, they came from rural areas. They may be many of them are not in the online, maybe many of them belong to areas where the network does not work, and thus this area is completely different from maybe the other areas of other parts of country, because some of them are fully jungle area and so remote place, away from the the town, away from many villages are away from, yes, Father, away from many villages are away from the main town, and many people, of course, are away from the mainstream too, and thus AICUF has done a marvelous thing for many youth, and many of us have grown up, and many of us are doing well in their life. Thank you so much.
thank you so much, sir, for sharing the practical impact of AICUF on you as well as on your friends and in your institution. I'm sure it would be an inspiration for all of us who are attending this meeting. Stephen, any updates on, sir?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Father, maybe our resource person is ready.
No, sir.
Horan can go another 5 minutes. Horan,
Yes, Father.
yeah, you can go another 5 minutes.
Yes, now where I am living is completely a different area. I have not been the place here. So here, students, many students are not aware of, and so many students even do not attend the classes. And more than 9,000, almost 10,000 students are there in my college. And of course, around 600 students attend online classes, or they are aware of online classes, and rest of them, of course, they are from other departments. Other departments are running well, but uh, uh, what my experience is from 2019, there are so many students, they were not even coming to colleges, and so many uh, faculties were not running. And because it was not only the problem of the students, but also the problem of the systems, that they did not appoint teachers well, and some of the faculties are still empty. So still there are places that we need to work on. And of course, I'm doing here, uh, trying to do well. And because the inspiration what I have got from ICUF uh, will be experimented, and of course I'm doing well. I don't know whether I'm doing well or not. I should not appreciate myself, but still, what got the values from ICUF, and whatever experiences I had. So all are working here. And of course, I wish that each one of us, the ICFers, those are seniors and those are still students, they may also learn things from ICF. And of course, the activities that what we do will inspire each one of us. And what Father said today, that we should be aware of the present situation, and we should be the agent of social transformation. And that's to make our work concrete. Again, we need to read more and more, read more books, so that we may explore the world, explore the society, explore so many other things. Because still we need to develop with some more things are needed, because the politics does not support us. Yes, the condition of the society is still in need of youth. And therefore we need to focus on certain areas where we can work on. We can write articles and get published. And this is what to every student is required. And of course, the students, those who have never written articles, they need to know that what kind of articles can be written and how it could be, and from the resources could be taken. Of course, we need to gather the facts. Without the facts, again, article is useless. So, but the thing is that, as Father said, that the youth, youth have innovation ideas, the ideas which is already in our mind, and those ideas should be put on writing. We should express in writing. And that is why this is especially the need. I remember yesterday Father told us about how youth of today is busy in Facebook, busy in Twitter, busy in mobiles and social medias, and suggested that read book beyond Facebook. So this was again a good thing that we came to know that. Of course, I have been seeing the youth that today all of them are busy in the mobiles. Everyone is having mobile sets, and what they are doing, whether they are studying or not, whether they are utilizing this yes this function well or not, for their life or for just entertainment. We do not know. But of course, Father said that youth of today is very active in the technologies, and this is what the message also is, that we can make use of this technology well, so that yes, we can transform ourselves, we can transform the society into better place, into better thing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Any update from Stephen?
Sir is not available.
Okay,
Sir
then
told, yeah.
What we will do is maybe if there is anything to share just now,
Okay.
we can share among ourselves. That is one. Second one is maybe I will request Sir Bernard to make a video of the history of AICUF, maybe for about an hour, since I have already sent a request to all the AICUF students, both of this state as well as outside, that we will have a quiz on the history of the AICUF. So maybe I'll try to convince and request Sir to record the video so that can be in the YouTube. Maybe
Okay.
you can edit these two and put them together, both what Father Benjamin has done and what Sir Bernard will do. So
Okay.
that could be the information for our students for a quiz. That is one thing. The second one is in the next webinars, I have thought of some of these topics as yes. In the next webinar, I have thought of some of the topics, like one is social analysis. I think Father Benjamin also brought out some issues why our knowledge about the information even that we get maybe from WhatsApp or even from social media is not of that of a depth, and social analysis will help us to understand the concept very clearly. So that is one thing that I'm thinking of. The second one would be, as students of the institutions of like-minded, one of the methodology that most of the Jesuit institutions follow is IPP, Ignatian Pedagogical Paradigm. So we will have one more session on that. Similarly, our what you call real strength of AICUF, of orientation towards the social outreach comes from social teachings of the church. And that would also help us to understand religious and political social perspectives in a different way. That is the other topic that I'm thinking of. And maybe last topic that I'm thinking of for the time being, lest you have better subject, better topics that you can suggest, would be on issues of Dalits and tribals and marginalized people, or including that of migrants. These are the hot issues of the day. So these are the topics that I'm thinking of. I would be very happy you have your participation. Maybe we will also do a better rehearsing. We had a rehearsing, but at the same time, there is some kind of failure here. But we will see that these technical errors are not there. Meanwhile, surely I'll request maybe for Father Benjamin himself to coordinate a video on the history of AICUF. I listened to Sir Bernard when I came last time to Chennai. It was very nice. He was explaining it with such a great enthusiasm and with great interest. And I thought that would be the foundation webinar of this year. So I actually had requested Stephen to organize that. Now that he is not able to do that, surely we will request him to do a video, maybe both Sneha and Father Benjamin can help me in doing that. That we can put it as a YouTube, and that will be also quiz for all of our students.
Sure. There is a YouTube already. There is a small history by Father Emmanuel.
Yes.
That also can be seen.
Yeah.
Now for the time being, maybe for 5 minutes, you can ask. I see Father Selvin, who was also national advisor, is there in join. Maybe he can say what he thinks of AICUF today. 5 minutes he can give him. Father Selvin, are you there? Are you?
Yes.
Can you hear?
Welcome, Father Selvin.
Yes, Father Benjamin. It is
Yes. So you can address the students for 5 minutes. And today's AICUF as it is. What do you think of AICUF? Yes.
Thank you for the opportunity you have given to me. I just joined in between because I was out. I could not reach in time. Anyhow, I am able to understand at the outset that you are trying to revamp the AICUF activities in the various states. And I'm happy there are so many student participants as well as the senior AICUFers are here in this forum. As of now, I am happy that these 2 years of corona pandemic has kept us away from each other. But this is the first time that we are coming together to express our opinions, our vision, revamping the AICUF activities in the country. As some Maxim just now was talking about the priorities that we need to concentrate now. Yes, the migrant issue that we need to address, and the Dalit issue that has been addressed in the Dalit Commission for so many years, we need to take it up very seriously during these days. And I don't know how far the ex-AICUFers forum that you have started through WhatsApp group will make some impact in the country. I think maybe you can call for one more meeting of the ex-AICUFers, bringing them together and asking them how we can contribute to the nation building. These are the things immediately comes to my mind. Maybe a few more sessions of this type will enable us to clarify our thoughts and vision towards the better future. Thank you.
Thank you, Father Selvin.
If the students want to ask anything or suggest, they are most of you tell them that way.
Yes, students, feel free, open, switch on your video, and you can share your thoughts. It is your own forum, and for you to express your viewpoint. Augustine, are you there? Would you like to say something? I've seen you very active AICUF. Yeah, anyone else? Animators also. Okay, if you have okay, somebody. Yeah, there is one comment there in the chat box saying a lot of people do not join AICUF thinking that it is Christians. I think that the debate goes on and on. We could take this point in the next convention we are going to have. I don't know, Father Benjamin has some thoughts to share on this.
Yeah, the last webinar, national webinar, which had also someone asked this question. So we can see one of these called even the question of the word Catholic. And of course, that is why it has been discussed with the experts, both legal expert, practical experts, with the Christian and so on. Then they kept this word Catholic. Catholic, in fact, broad understanding, the universal. Catholic Church means universal church. When we say only Roman Catholic, there is a particular church. But when we say Catholic, it is a universal. So the universality is what we are stressing in the movement. Therefore, it is also because it's also following certain Christian principles based on the biblical Jesus Christ. Therefore, it is there as a Catholic. The word is there, it is kept, but it is not limited to only Christian. There are any people of goodwill who want to work for the transformation of the society together with, of course, with a certain seriousness and commitment. All are welcome. That is, we hold that. And there were very wonderful AICUFers who are not of Christians, but they have been part of AICUF. They have done wonderful and they have contributed to that. So it is there. There are certain other small technical things, but that can be taken in their own state because it is left to the state according to your state level, state situations, state this. Accordingly, you have to make your own state policies there where you make certain amendments and so on. As a universe, as a whole nation, we are kind of leaving to the each according to the, like in the tribal states, we include all tribals, whether Christian. That's why we call it a Adivasi Yuva Chetna Manch, but they are affiliated to AICUF. That's how it is. And Gujarat, they have got AGDCM, all Gujarat the students movements, and that is affiliated to AICUF. So each state has to make your own policy statement. Accordingly, you can work on that. That you have to know your ground level situation has to be studied. That's why I said always reading, reflecting, studying, then making decisions are very important. We cannot just say, okay, you tomorrow onwards you come, or today you go, like that. You need to make a ground situation very clear. Yeah, that is it all right?
Yeah, thank you, Father. Father Selvin, yeah.
The word Catholic has been a bone of contention every time when we discuss about it. I only just to go back in 70s, Father Claude D'Souza, if I quote properly, he would say, if you are a Catholic, then you should be 100% secular. And in the Indian context, secularism means all religions are equal. We need to give equal importance to all religions. I think this has to be properly put across to the student's mind by the advisors and animator, that the Catholic does not restrict others to enter in. The Catholic word allows everyone to include. So that is the way we become more secular and concrete in our approach to students' movement. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, then with this, may I request Stephen and the MC to proceed in the concluding of this program.
Apologize for the technical glitches which happened today. And we also thank our first speaker, Father Benjamin, and also all those participants who kept the session alive. I now request Stephen to propose vote of thanks.
At the end, take a snap also.
Yes.
Of the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Vasundhara. Greeting makes sense of our past, brings space today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. I, Stephen, on behalf of AICUF State Committee, would like to thank today's resource person, Father Benjamin, the National Advisor. Thank you for sharing your insight and sparing your time for us from your busy schedule. Today we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this will sure be going to encourage us. It is very indeed to privilege to have us, our today's resources person for this webinar. I would like to thank our ICUF State Advisor, Father Maxim, who is guiding us in ICUF for your immense support in conducting this webinar. I would also like to thank our state animator, Mr. Joseph sir, for arranging everything, for your every ready support and guidance. Last but not least, I would like to thank our participants to your active participation. I'm sure that this webinar will be beneficial to each and every participant. Thank you, Manan.
Thank you. And may I request all of you to switch on the video. We will take a screenshot. All the participants, once again, may I request switch on the video, and then I will take a screenshot of the same. Stephen, can you remove that main page? Stephen, are you there?
Yes, Father.
Can you make can you remove the main page? I think your page is shown.
No, Father, it's there is an issue with the camera, Father. Sorry. Okay.
How do I get? Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yes. Smile, please. One more. There are 4 to take. Once again, some of you have not switched on the video. Smile, please. One more. Smile, please. Smile, please. The last one is there. Once again, all smile, please. Yes, this is for the record, and thank you so much for the participation.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Karnataka State. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. For the students, the link will be shared for the certificates in the WhatsApp group. So kindly fill up the link within 15 minutes only. It is valid. So thank you, participants. Thank you, Father, so much.
Thank you, fathers.
Thank you.